You saw the description for this discussion. It talked about giving suggestions and advice how to create mental wellness and mental health policies that are living, breathing solutions.
I like this quote. It's called Random Acts of Wellness. And we were talking about this earlier, where every employer has great intentions in implementing programs, be it mental health, be it wellness, and but it becomes very episodic in nature. And so when you have that checklist approach, you're not necessarily looking at the entire workplace and what an employee goes through when they walk through that door and they say hello to their colleagues and hello to their manager and then sit down and have to get their work done.
My manager at this tech company had seen that I was talking about suicide, I was talking about mental health, and I should, not that this matters, but I'll highlight that I was actually in a really good place at this time. And then my manager sought me out to tell me that if he knew I had been suicidal, he would have never hired me.
The president of the Ontario Bar Association had the courage to come out and talk about his significant mental health issues. I don't know if you know about that. And, you know, the legal community is, as you know, like, supposed to be tough, not have needs, keep plowing through and all of that. And so for him to do that kind of startled the lawyers and the legal profession and put people back, and he's made an amazing impact.
Having those conversations before you get too in depth so that you can ease your company into it. It's a difficult topic for people to talk about, and sometimes if you jump in too soon, too quickly, you're gonna be faced with some resilience or some resistance. Hopefully there's resilience too.
Getting things started, I think it's really important to have buy-in from the top down. Having leaders lead by example, taking on initiatives that they're promoting, that the company's promoting, doing more than just sort of saying, yes, we're making these changes, we're looking into it, we're doing research, really having leaders that embody, you know.
Based on my experience, really believe that you have to find an ambassador or someone that's going to take on the program and ensure that that vision is being communicated out.
For me, what worked the best was honestly opening myself up to conversations, to criticisms from people who, you know, were like, okay, you see it this way, but I see it a completely different way. And having those tough conversations was really important. And I think for me, one of the things that, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, is also about sitting with people who, you know, believe stigmatizing things and believe that it's okay to say these things and actually have conversations with them, you know.
But also including the employees themselves and getting their opinions, getting their perspectives. And when you meet up with someone that isn't totally on board, get them on your side. There's someone that you need and that you want, because they need the perspective that they have is likely shared by other people in the community.
Assessment process that we engage in is interviews with employees, and I think being a third party coming into a workplace and having those interviews gives us different insight than someone within the company. It seems safer, it seems more removed, and we receive a lot of really candid information, which is so valuable.
That's what we want to know. We want to know that, and it's a really good thing. So if it seems like, oh my goodness, what the heck is happening here? I didn't know half of this stuff was going on. That's scary and daunting, but it's actually a really good thing. So don't take that as a big block. Use that as empowerment, and you have a huge opportunity to make huge change. So being the person that's championing this, phenomenal. Like, kudos to you guys for coming out and being here and for taking on that program and for going and searching for those answers, whether or not they're good or bad.